Okay, here we are at the end of the section, and what I'm going to do is that we're going to work on our next section in this part to finish this corner, and then we're going to add in layers in this direction. So in total we have 4 more sections left to finish this square. And yeah, I'll see you in the next section. Okay, so we're done with the section, and for now, right now I'm going to start this part. So this is going to be a small section, and it actually closes this part. I chooses these 2 colors, and it would be the same pattern as this part or this part. So we're going to start from here, this section, and then we're going to have the creases on both sides because we're just going to close out this section. So I'm going to start with my pink color, and I'm going to connect my yarn into a section up to right corner section in here. So basically I'm going to add on top of the first DC or double crochet from last row. So I'm trying to secure the yarn as well. What you want to do is that I'm going to chain 1, and then I'll be adding 2 double crochet in next 2 stitches, but I'm not going to finish them. So I have 1 double crochet unfinished, and then again I'm going to add another double crochet next stitch, pull through 2 loops, and then pull through the rest together. So we're kind of decreased 2 stitches into 1 stitch, and then continue by adding double crochet in next stitches until you get to the last 3 stitches here. So let's do it together. And as I was saying, this granny square is quite a big one, and this pattern is perfect if you wanna create a cool blanket and or a cushion or something like that, or just learn the technique and make it a little bit smaller for other use cases. So here we are. I have 3, or no, this one is also count, so I'm going to add another double crochet here. So now I have 1, 2, and 3. So this is on top of the last double crochet from previous round. So I'm going to decrease these 3 into 1. So add a double crochet, do not finish it, yarn over, go for next double crochet, pull through the first 2 loops but don't finish it, and finally go through the last double crochet here and pull through here. And then what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to change my yarn to this yellow color here because I want to go on the next round with this color. So I'm pulling through with this yarn, tighten the other one, chain 1. I'm kind of okay. And then what we want to do is that we're going to turn our work like this, and also we can cut the pink yarn here and connect it later. Okay, so here we want to have a decrease again just right now. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to add a single crochet here to the first stitch. Actually, I want to go into the same stitch, so don't pull it that high to make it easier. So a single crochet here, don't finish it, and then make sure that these are tight enough. Okay, and then another single crochet in next stitch, and then pull through all together. So basically we turned 2 stitches into 1, and then continue by adding single crochet here in this row until you get the last 2 stitches. So the last 2 stitches would be the one on top of the one that we decreased from last row, which is this one and this one. So we are basically right now we are at the last 2 stitches, so we want to turn these into 1. So yarn over, pull through, don't finish this single crochet again, pull through this next stitch, and then yarn over, pull through all of them together. But because I want to change my color, I'm not going to pull through this with the yellow yarn. Again, I'm going to switch back to the pink yarn or pink color. So make sure that this is tight and this is long enough to sew in later, and then chain 1. Okay, turn your work again. We want to have a decrease, so right now I'm going to yarn over. This row would be single crochet, so add your first single crochet, don't finish it. Yarn over, next stitch, another double crochet, yarn or pull through the first 2 and then pull through the rest of them together. Don't worry about these ends, I am going to secure them later. Again, continue by adding double crochets here until you get to the last 3 stitches. Okay, last 3 stitches, and we want to decrease. So again, pull through 2 loops, don't finish your double crochet. Next stitch, same, and next stitch would be on top of the crease from last row. Pull through the first 2, and then switch your yarn to yellow again, or your own color. And next row would be single crochets. Chain 1 and then turn around. Okay, so for this one also we're going to have a decrease here. Okay, so I have my chain 1, and then I'm going to decrease with single crochet. So 1 single crochet, don't finish it, another single crochet, and yarn over, pull through the 3 together. Continue by adding single crochets here until you get to the last 2 stitches and in this row. And then again we are going to decrease. Here we are with the decrease. So again, don't finish your single crochet, go to the next stitch and pull through all of them together. And when you are in this stage, you want to change your color to the next, for the next row, and then chain 1 and turn your work. I'm also going to cut this one now. And okay, so now we're going to have another decrease. So this decrease would be on top of these two stitches. Yeah, 1 and 2, then finish all of them together, and then you are going to have double crochets here, until you get to the last 3. So I have 2, and then I'll reach the 3 last stitches. So decrease here, change to your next color, and chain 1. This tail is so small. I'm going to redo it to have a younger tail. Yep, it's better. Chain 1, cut this one for now, and then turn your work. So this is our last row. We've got 3 stitches, and what we're going to do is to decrease these 3 into 1, and I'm going to do with double crochet. So chain 1, turn, and add your double crochets here, like with a decrease, and then pull through them, and that's it. And it's gonna be the end of our work here. Cut your yarn and then do weave in the ends, and this is gonna be the look. I'm gonna go off camera and weave in these ends and be back. Okay, so this is the look of this corner, and we're done by this side. And as you can see, we have 2 of the corners ready, and now we're going to finish our square by adding a few more sections here to make it a full square. So stay tuned with me as I'm going to choose my new colors, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to go with these 2 colors, and this section would be the same as this section. I'm going, like this time, I'm going to change my color when I'm adding this little bumps. And then just to know that for these sections we are going to have the creases on both sides, because we want to kind of shape it as this. So let's start the work and add a slip knot and then start. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to connect my yarn on top of this section, like on top of the double crochets from this part, not this part. Okay, so I'm going to add this here, attach it in this section, and then with that chain 1, maybe I haven't attached it to the right section, do it again. Okay, I'm going to attach it here. You want to chain 1 and then add a single crochet in the body of this double crochet. Add a double crochet in the body of this double crochet, but don't finish it because we want to use it as a decrease. And then your next double crochet will go to this section. Pull through 2 of the loops and then pull through the rest of them together. So we kind of added a decrease in here, and then we're going to continue by adding double crochets on top of each stitch. For now, I'm going to add, for this section, we are going to have 5 to 6 double crochets. Let's do that together. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last one goes into this part. Here. Okay, so the rest is very straight, so you have your stitches and you're going to add double crochets until you reach the 3 last stitches in the end of the row. Okay, so I'm at the end of this row with 3 stitches left, and I want to do a decrease. So don't finish your double crochets, and then we're going to decrease them all in 1, just like this, and then chain 1, turn your work. This time I'm going to start with a decrease again, but with a single crochet decrease. So I'm going to pull through this one, I'm not finishing it, and then pull through next stitch. And don't I'm not going to finish this decrease with the same color, because I'm going to switch to this pink yarn to do the bumps. So what you want to do is that you want to finish just this one just like this. Make sure that you have a long tail, and also we're just moving our main yarn forward. So okay, so to do the bumps, yarn over, go to the next stitch, pull through, don't finish it, yarn over again, go to the same stitch, pull through, yarn over, same stitch. That's it 3 times. I'm going to do it 4-5 times. So again, one more time, do the same stitch, yarn over, and then we want to finish it all with we are going to pull through all of them once, but I'm going to switch to my yarn, the other yarn, because I'm going to continue with that one. So grab your blue yarn and pull through all of these together. Just like this, and then we're going to add 3 single crochets in next 3 stitches. So I'm kind of like moving my pink color as well. So 1, 2, 3, and then here change to the pink color and finish it, because we're going to have another bump. So again, yarn over, go into next stitch, pull through, don't finish it, and do it 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Change to the blue yarn, pull through all of these together at once. And then 3 single crochet here. So this is going to be the pattern for this row, and it would be 3 single crochets with your blue color, and then 1 bump with the pink color. Going to move my pink color as well here. One, 2, 3, and then change to pink. So this would be the same all the way this row, and don't worry about these. We're going to clean them later. Okay, so I'm done with this row, and I'm at the end of the row, and I'm having and I want to do a decrease, and I'll have 2 stitches left, which I'm going to use a single crochet decrease. So 1 and 2, and then I'm going to pull through all of them together, and then I'm going to chain 1 and turn. This row would be also only double crochets with the blue yarn, and I'm going to have decreases both sides. So okay, so I'm going to start the next row with blue yarn, and I'm going to add a double crochet here, do not finish it, another double crochet to the next stitch, and then pull through all of them together to make a decrease. Also, I'm going to cut my blue yarn here, and then I will reattach it at the end of the row when I need it one more time. So for now, continue by adding double crochets on top of each stitch until you reach the end of the row and the last 3 stitches when you want to do another decrease. Okay, so now I'm at the end of this row and I want to decrease. So as you can see, I have 3 stitches left, and what I'm gonna do is to decrease these 3 into 1 stitch. Okay, so that's it, and we are at the end of this row. And in next round, again, we are going to add, or row, we are going to add our pink yarn to add these bubbles. But to start, I'm going to chain 1, turn, and do a decrease with a single crochet. So 1 would be on top of this, and then the next stitch. Because I want to add my let's see, my bubble here, I'm going to switch to the other color. And just like before, we're going to add 5 stitch here, or what is called, I don't know, but you're going to pull through 5 times with your pink color in the same the same stitch, and then you want to pull through with the other yarn and then add 3 single crochet in next 3 stitches, and then make sure that you're moving your pink color as well, because you're going to knit it and you want to switch every 3 stitch. Okay, and then in the next single crochet, I'm moving to pink yarn, and I'm going to add another bump. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then just like this you need to continue when until you reach the last 2 stitches of this row. Okay, I'm going to do this off camera and we'll see you back again when I'm at the end of the row. Okay, again I'm at the end of this row and I only have 2 stitches left, and I want to decrease these 2 into 1. So I'm going to add a single crochet here. I'm not finishing it, and then I'm going to do another single crochet and I'm going to pull through all of them together. In this part I'm not changing my color because I'm going to turn around and continue working with the blue yarn, so I don't need the pink anymore. I'm going to cut it to make it easier, and then when you turn your work again we're going to start with a decrease. So I'm going to have 3 stitches and I'm going to decrease them into 1. So I have so I'm going to actually work through these 2. And then I'm going to continue adding double crochets in this round until I get to the 3 last stitches of the row, and then I'm going to have a decrease and then cut my yarn, finish this section and move on to next section. Okay, I'm at the end of the row and I'm having 3 stitches left, which I'm going to decrease into 1. And then we're done with this section. I'm going to cut my yarn, and also I'm going to weave in these ends to make sure that they are safe and secure. And then we're going to start the next section together.